That's not saying a lot. That's really not saying a lot. But welcome back, guys. We're in game number 2. This is a best of 5 semifinals B. Once again, one of these players will want to fight against Life, one will fall to fight against JYP. We'll see who is going to be who, but we're getting so close to crowning a champion of this tournament, guys. I'm Rifkin, joined by Zombie Grub and Namshar. Zombie Grub, take her away.
In the bottom right, as the red Zerg, it is Rocket Hyun.
And in the top left, we've got our blue Protoss player playing for Incredible Miracle. It is Byul.
Man, this is really, nothing against Hyun. I was kind of so jaded. You know, we didn't have Bomber in the semifinals. We didn't have Journey in the semifinals. Apparently saying Hodor on stream ruins things. It's just like saying Kappa. Don't say either of those words. And don't you guys dare put that second one in chat. If I see any Kappas in chat, bans are coming. But, yeah, it's an offensive phrase, don't you know? In English, that's what it means. Anyways, trolling aside. One of the things for Hyun, well, I'm happy he's here for sure. I was absolutely shocked that we had no Terrans make it through. You know, yesterday we drew names. We had 3 TVZs set up. I thought chances were one Terran makes it to the semifinals, just through statistics. But nobody here today. Lots of Zergs. And the thing is, guys, you know, I think a lot of people have been really bashing on ZVZs. You know, there's jokes like, oh, this is what the Hong Kong tournaments and stuff are going to look like. ZVZs can be fantastic. They can be fun. I reference, like, they're pretty much any game with Snoot most of the time. Snoot versus Targ, I think, was a really fun one to watch for me. I know those aren't Korean ZVZs, but there are players who can make this matchup incredibly interesting to watch. Actually, one of the what was the one we cast Zombie Grub where I think it was Xanster bust through. Oh no, Xanster went like Swarm Hosts, and one of the MYI players like bust through with Banelings and Ultras or something.
I have no idea.
I saw that game, actually.
You saw that game. So yeah, I don't remember
Yeah.
which one. But I mean, like, ZVZs can be awesome. And the thing is, with the players we have, I think we're going to get a lot of early game aggression. And if that transitions over later, we're going to get this really nice late game. But of course, there's a chance too, things go like game number 1, where we know what happened.
Yeah, that was a weird one, but okay, let's see. Hyun did go with the 15 pool, and a bit of a more normal gas timing, bit more characteristic for Hyun. Takes a later gas, could still go speed with this, but it's not gonna be some sort of early speedling all-in as he did in last game. Quite certainly. He's gonna play a bit more passive and go for those 10 to 12 like map control links maybe, and take a third behind that. But it all comes down to what Byul does, and Byul again going for that kind of interesting gas timing, goes for the 15 hatch, and then he makes his first extractor in the natural instead of going like 2 gases later on at the same time. So he's gonna start mining away at that. We'll see if he does go for the speed again or not, but he does have 1 creep queen already, trying to hunt that overlord down, deny scouting information.
Yeah, there's some players who go through great lengths to keep these lings out of the base. Hyun just never seems to really care. 2 queens could have blocked that ramp. Of course, the links could have maybe held position or something, you could argue. But let's Byul get in. Sees the gas, not too worried. Now, the gas for Byul is actually kind of a bit of a, I'd say almost a trick. Because we look here, he's got to go back and check. He waited till the Overlord passed before he took a gas. And then he intentionally did it with the Overlord had already gone by. And Hyun actually still doesn't see that gas.
Yeah, in last game he did, you know, pull workers off gas and go for the speed, but now he's keeping on mining, so wouldn't be surprised to see a lair and Evo Chamber go down soon.
That's a pretty quick lair.
Out of Hyun, right. Yeah.
Well, what other layer? What other layer, Nameshare? This one up here? Yeah? Or this one over here? Oh, well.
Yeah. just had to check. But yeah, it's pretty quick. But I mean, I guess he was finished droning up on minerals at his natural, and that's in kind of the time where you could start it. But yeah, it's pretty quick. But he's gonna, you know, go ahead and start that +1 after that and get that roach one down. He's going up to 3 gases, and did he let speed finish? No. So he canceled speed.
I would have liked if he had actually faked out mutas. You know, let him see all 4 gases, kill the lings, cancel the gas, just go for the roaches after.
Yeah, I guess. But at the same time, Byul did see a roach horn and an Evo chamber in the ram, so I guess he would kind of knew still, but he could have done that. Yeah, why not?
Well, I mean, Byul himself had just finished faking out with that wall, right? So it's kind of...
Yeah.
ZVZ is a lot about reading information, and sometimes some things that are really obvious to us because we're observers, not so obvious to players. But I don't think the Overseer's gonna get to me. I think he got one shot too early, right? Yeah, 2 queens. Rip.
A lot of links, by the way, by BL. He's still on 1 gas. He's got +1 for range on the way and a roach one and a third on the way. So he's just gonna try and deny Hyun's third and then drone up behind us. We'll see him already making 3 drones right now, 6 drones. So he's gonna try and deny that third. Hyun does quite a few roaches, but it's a lot of links. This he might actually get a denial on that third base, which would be massive.
Well, it's not gonna be easy, but it's certainly possible.
Yep, there we go. It's gonna go down. So very nice move there. And he didn't really overmake links either. I think that was like, oh, he's actually gonna fight here. It's not a bad decision, I think, actually.
This ends up working because his back is against the wall of that crevasse. I mean, normally if you're exposed, yeah, the full surround goes off, then you're in a lot of trouble. Bleeds out a couple queens, but as we see, cleans up all the lings. Well, all but 2.
Yeah, what I really like about that is that those lings won't really gain value in the game. So he took a fight where there weren't that many roaches at the same time. So he was always gonna trade better there than he would ever do most likely later in the game. So I like taking that trade, kill the queen, a few roaches, not bad, get some value out of the links, and meanwhile back at home he's drawn up the third, and now he's just gonna mass roaches, try and hold on this counterattack, and then he's gonna be in a fantastic position. But that's a lot of roaches for Hyun though, with +1, which BL doesn't have yet, so it's gonna be a tricky hold.
Well, when it comes down to numbers, Hyun certainly has a lot. I mean, this is kind of a 2-to-1 ratio. I don't know how this is gonna go for Byul.
God.
There's no spines, right? So this kind of looks just like,
Wow.
as abruptly as Byul won that last game, this may be the same case here for Hyun in this game.
There's actually not enough roaches for Byul. There's quite a few in production, 8, but yeah, that's not enough. I mean, this is kind of the result of Hyun.
Oh, before speed finishes too. Oh, now his roaches will never keep up with Hyun's.
Yeah, but if BL can stabilize with the units he has in production, that's really nice for him because he's mining a lot. But yeah, okay, he can't do it, so
ties it up
GG.
1-1. This is what I was saying though, guys. Like sometimes we're gonna get these abrupt ZVZs. Sometimes you will just get caught off a little off guard. Byul getting that third was kind of cool, but for Hyun, obviously that wasn't the end game. With an early layer, what it was.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons though why that was so successful for Hyun is because BL scouted link speed, and then he tried to just make more links than Hyun to kind of get map control, deny the third, and have his own third. And then if Hyun did go for speed links of his own, it's going to be so much harder for him to actually try and make that counterattack so powerful. But when BL scouted the speed, Hyun cancelled it, and then he had way more like power because his layer was so quick, his +1 was so quick, so he had roach speed and +1 way quicker, and he didn't make any links at all. So he just had so many roaches, and I guess BL didn't really keep that into account that Hyun could be cancelling that speed link upgrade. So maybe that's why it was so successful.
Well, guys, we're going to hop to a commercial break while we get this lobby set up. Catalina will be map number 3, and this is actually tied up now 1-to-1. So we'll see you guys here in 2 minutes.